the party to pass slow smashing it slow motion in this tail. He's rolling a Honda 2000. Let's put a bunch of stickers on it, yeah! Because stickers make this thing go faster, right? All kids aside, it's a Honda Civic with a VTEC? Dual overhead cams, yeah, it's made by MST TCR 1/10 scale. And this is probably a smaller 10th scale, I'd say, because not all 10th scales are made the same, right? Some are bigger, some are smaller, same with all scales. It has mold injection ABS plating, front headlamp holder, yeah, and you got spoon style mirrors. We got some mold injection ABS plating, rear lights as well. Main features right here that we got that you can pause and look at right here, everything that you can want in the Honda Civic. So if you were into those days back in the day, Fast and the Furious, put some Motec exhaust, NOS, spoon engines with a T66 turbo with NOS. Here's the back side of it, everything that you're getting right here, the wheels, the servo and everything. It's a brush motor. It kind of sucks at the 380, but hopefully it can handle at least a 540 can and not break down. One thing I really like about this thing that makes it unique over other RC road cars that I have is that it's front wheel drive, and these cars are real versions were front wheel drive. It's very cool, and I guess it comes in different motor configurations. You can put it in rear wheel drive, middle motor rear drive. I don't know how scale that would be though. Side shot and more side panel technicalities for your viewing pleasure right there. Let's enjoy the RC world with MST. Yeah, very cool side panel picture of the under chassis. But if you just want to live a quarter mile at a time, let's cook it quick, yeah. And there's everything outside of the box that you get in that box right there. Alright, let's start with the sides first. This ugly controller, it does the job right here. What is this? This is XTR03 right here. It's different than your run-of-the-mill like RTR controllers. Looks wise, it is kind of ugly, but it has the basic trimming functions right there, including this weird sliding power button. I do like the steering wheel though, because it feels good. It makes it easy to one thumb it right there, if that's a word right there, because it's grippy rubber. You get instructions, one for a bunch of stickers in a body right there, and then instructions for the actual chassis right there. If in case you need, and a buttload of stickers because we're gonna put a bunch of stickers on the Civic, yeah. Otherwise, you get 2 bags of parts right here. One of them's like extra spare and some tools, and then the battery tray for your traditional like LiPo batteries, because this thing, if I didn't mention it, runs off AA batteries, RTR. And the second bag, you get some clips for the body right here and the side mirrors, which I probably will put these on, and you get like some extra headlamps right here in case you want to put those on and do some upgrades. Start the mods. Get your projector lights going like back in the day. I'll probably just use this for photography. Also, another reason other than front wheel drive is why I got this, because it's a nice size 10th scale. It's gonna fit good with dioramas and action figures, photography, yeah. And then we got the bod. Look at this Civic bod right here. We're gonna pop the hood right here so we can look at it. Look at that right there. It just looks like a hatchback Civic. Pretty good detailing. They look like those things on the street, those bug Honda Civics out there that would just like sound like fart cannons and bumblebees and have a huge coffee can exhaust and a bunch of stickers on them. Back in the days, you've seen a lot of these things, Fast and the Furious times right there. I knew a lot of people who actually had these real life things and swapped engines on there, did like Prelude, like what was it, H22 engine swaps on there, and then turbocharged and everything. These things could be fast because they were so light down the drag strip, but they just weren't my cup of tea. Except for photos, maybe. That's why I got it. And it's front wheel drive. I was always more of a turbo Eclipse guy, but then again, I think that one got blown up in the first movie. Okay, steak dinner right here, the chassis right here, and this for me is a new experience right here, because look how low that sits, ladies and gentlemen. And you know what, that is another scale point right there, because the real life versions right here, you knew how it was. If you had a slam dunk ride back there, if you had your cars just hammered down low, whether you cut the springs, don't cut the springs, or you went legit and just got like lowered like adjustable struts and springs and everything, but either way, when you slammed it, you go across the speed bump right there, you'd have to do the whole turn the wheel thing, get one wheel over, turn it the other way, go real slow, get over, just so you wouldn't scratch that very low to the ground chassis right there, and your bumpers, your body kits and everything. And this thing just reminds me of it because it's so slammed to the ground, yeah. And then there's the double A's I was talking about right there. You literally could put double A's on there with the T plug, Dean's plug right here, and just go drive around and get some Walmart batteries in there right around our household, like steal them from your clocks and your kids' toys and put them in there. But I don't like that. You're going to get more power with the LiPo batteries. I'm going to swap that tray out and do that. Here is the ESC right there, XTR03 brush right there. It has a nice convenient on-off switch. And then this baby motor right here, like straight up mounted to the front transmission right there with the plastic spur gear, and it has a metal pinion. I hate it when we have those combos that either both be plastic or both metal. I prefer all metal right there. So I don't know how this will hold up for a little bit more power, but bucket full of old parts that are RTR and not that good right here. We got a can right here. We got a 16 turn 540 right here, a Reedy. It's a crawler motor, but I think it would have more power and it gives more speed right there. Let's do a comparison. And there's an alternate view right there for the comparison. So this is a baby can right there. They say that this 540 could fit in there, and I think it barely would fit in there. I'm more concerned about whether that will like mess up this drivetrain or anything. But even though this is probably a hotter motor than your standard like throwaway RTR brush motors, I got weaker ones in there, so I probably could made it up. I say weaker but stronger than that little baby can. Okay, lots of plastic right here to keep costs down right here. At least I do like that metal chassis though. But look at the wheels right here. These tires, like, they feel like they would just like shred or something. There's real power put through here. But since this is a baby can, it'll be all right. Little 12mm nut right there. But look at the slotted rotors right there. Slotted rotors. That is a cool scale item to have right there, because everybody wanted to have slotted rotors and big calipers on their Civics, right? More braking power than go power. Look at the the rear bumper right here. A little piece of plastic. I'm sure that will give and bend right here. Just a lot of plastic all around. Foam bumper in the front. One more thing before we button it up. The suspension, I love how they created the suspension. Is totally different than what I typically have, or what you typically have in RCs right here. You can't really see it, but it is going up and down. The suspension is underneath right here. I don't even know what it's called, but you see that little baby spring right there? It just compresses. I really doubt that it has oil. It's just all spring. But this thing is a road car. It's going to give it like some good stability, I think. But otherwise, just pop the hood. Oh yeah, one thing real quick I forgot to mention right here is you actually have to drill your own holes for the body mounts. It'd be an excellent candidate for magnets if you'd like to, but I'm not going to waste my magnets on this thing. I'm going to drill the holes, and this thing, MST was so kind enough to put little indentations right there so you don't have to measure things up. And just drill on those little indentations and it should match up with the body post. Just kidding, it's plastic. It fooled me. I thought it was metal. Alright, and boom, there it is, all pre-drilled with the body on and everything. Got the clips on there, even put the side mirrors on there. Alright, let's put a bunch of stickers on it now, yeah! With the sticker mirrors. And I think we're ready for a little smashing action now.
Alright, so what about this box right here? We don't want this box. Box gets smashed.
You make me scared to even open up my eyes. Sometimes there's no way
Alright, welcome back. Hope y'all enjoyed that smashing action with the MST Civic right here. It's slow, but I think just for like the size of the house, smaller areas, it's cool with the stock motor on there. But one thing I know for sure that I definitely want to do for this thing is put some drift tires on it, because this thing will be fun sliding around and at slower speed. I think just with the stock system alone, it's very scale, man, for a Civic, because how many fast Civics are really out there? All kidding aside out there, definitely with the drift wheels, it will make the fun factor on this thing go up, because one of the things I did not like, other than it being a Civic, is that it did not turn that good. Front wheel drive, it made it handle better, if like making like turns, but not sharp turns, if that makes any sense. That front wheel drive just makes for a different driving experience, and you gotta adjust accordingly when you're driving it right there. But I definitely do think, again, with the drift wheels, this thing will shine better with it. Front wheel drive is cool, and the tiny stock motor on there for smaller spaces. Drift wheels, add them, I think it'd be good to go. Like Dom said, live your life a quarter mile at a time, even though this thing runs 17s. But otherwise, y'all, let me know what you think about it downstairs in the comments below. Would you get one? Did you like Civics? Anyways, let me know downstairs in the comments below. Until next time, smash the bell, smash the thumb, subscribe if you ain't had to already, because we are MST, old school, Fast and Furious hatchback Civic smashing out.
Smash it.